Popular tree of parks and gardens in India is temple tree, plumeria tree, also known as the frangipani tree, also known as Kshir Champa in Sanskrit because it has the latex. Whenever you pluck any leaf or flower, abundant white colored milky sap latex comes out. So it is called as Kshir Champa in Sanskrit. As it is popularly planted in temples, it is also known as temple tree. It is also popular among Buddhists and usually planted in Cambodia also and elsewhere in the pagodas, Buddhist monasteries. So it is also called as the pagoda tree. It is also the tree which has been planted over graveyards in Southeast Asia, over the graves. So it also has the name as the graveyard tree. If you pluck the tree branch and if it is just thrown and after many days you plant it in the soil, it will grow. Or even the uprooted plants, just you throw them somewhere and after a week's time, if you again put in the soil, they will again sprout. And even if it is uprooted plant, even then it will flower. So it represented the longevity, resilience. Despite odds, it can survive. So it was taken as a tree to be planted over graveyards to keep the memory of the departed ones alive. And another character of this particular temple tree, graveyard tree, pagoda tree, plumeria tree is that it sheds its highly fragrant flowers in the morning. So on the graveyards, it's also sprinkling flowers. So that is also very useful and very devotional. The flowers emit fragrance during evening hours and throughout night is fragrant. It is highly fragrant and it is also known for the perfume frangipani. Why it is called as frangipani tree? Because Italian noble family Marquis Frangipani, they developed a perfume and that was used for gloves. That reminiscent smell or fragrance was prior to the discovery of the plumeria tree, and after the discovery and familiarity with the plumeria flower, people started remembering that peculiar frangipani perfume. So it has also been named as the frangipani tree as per the Italian noble family's perfume after the same name, frangipani. This tree has been the popular among all gardeners, Buddhist monks, usually planted even in present day malls, hotels and the lawns. This tree is not very tall tree, so medium sized tree or even the 2-3 meter tall shrub type. It has many colors. It is available in white variety, flower having the red color, flower having the yellow color, flower having beauty, and then they grow in clusters. As it is a night flowering jasmine like Nyctanthus arbor tristis, which is Parijata or Harshingar, or also like Melantonia hortensis, which is Neem Chaveli. So here flower has no nectar, but even in the absence of nectar, its maddening, intoxicating fragrance attracts the sphinx moths. So one particular moth is typically associated with plumeria tree, and that is Pseudosphinx tetrio, which in search of nectar, although it doesn't find nectar, but it lays its eggs on the plant, especially the Plumeria alba. And usually on Plumeria alba variety, where the leaves are narrowly lanceolate, like Nerium indicum or even like Casablanca thevisia, yellow oleander or red oleander, very narrow lanceolate leaves and white flowers, which is called as Plumeria alba or white temple tree. white frangipani tree, and on this particular tree mostly we find the caterpillars of Pseudosphinx tetrio, and because of this particular plant is also known as caterpillar tree, or also called as the wormy tree, because so many caterpillars they find its food and sustenance on Plumeria alba, but it is also found on Plumeria rubra, which is the red one and usually seen in the city parks and gardens. But here the leaves are broader and they have the acute tip. So leaf length is about 30 centimeter, 30 centimeter length, and then even 6 to 8 centimeter width. So very large leaved variety with red flowers. And this red flower, this Plumeria rubra, is also the national flower of Nicaragua. So mostly Plumerias are native to Caribbean islands, Central American locations. So many, even this is found in Hawaii. So in Hawaii, even there rich folklore, and the ladies, unmarried ladies, put the flower on the if they are married, then flower is put on the left side. If they are unmarried and they are seeking the relation, then they put it on their right. This is also used in the formation of leis, that is flower garlands. Mostly in Southeast Asia, Cambodia, this is also offered in the temples and Buddhist places of worship over the deities. But this is also kept over graveyards. In Bengali culture, this particular flower is known as Gulab Champa, also as Gulanchi. In Jammu, we also call it as Gulichin, with the wrong interpretation. The tree is native to China. It is not native to China. But then Gul means flower and Chin, Gul-e-Chin. From that we have the word Gulichin, also called as Gulanchi, or in Sanskrit Kheer Champa, because of its latex excreting quality. And highly fragrant. Even Mughal king Jahangir also loved this flower, and he also patronized its planting in many Mughal gardens, especially in North India and even the present day Pakistan. So he, even in his Jahangir Nama, has mentioned its beauty and its fragrance as yellow saffron. So he remembered the saffron of Kashmir, Crocus sativus, Kung. But here this particular flower is of another color. This is white or yellow or red, not purplish, which we find in crocus. This particular plumerias have many species. So in Jammu we find common frangipani, common temple tree, which is called as Plumeria rubra, having the two kinds of flowers, white one with yellow center and small petals. They are twisted and overlapping. That is basically Plumeria, earlier called as Plumeria acuminata or acutifolia, but now also clubbed under the Plumeria rubra, and rubra has the red flowers. Usually in malls and restaurants and hotels, campuses, we find another tree which is very familiar, that is Plumeria obtusa. Here leaves are obovate. They are broader at the end and narrower at the towards the base. This particular Plumeria obtusa is also called as the white frangipani because it has less yellow and it has more white color. Moreover, the petals are narrower and they don't overlap that much as we find in case of Plumeria rubra or Plumeria acutifolia. So you can see they are narrower petals and they are almost not touching, even not touching, only the lower portion, corolla tube, and then it expands into petals which are mostly seen as not touching each other. Another common shrub which is evergreen, which does not shed. Mostly all Plumeria species, they shed its leaves during winter, so it becomes a kind of nuisance also sometimes. But One particular species, this is called Plumeria pudica or fiddle leaf plumeria, very commonly planted these days and even introduced in Buddha garden and many other terraced Talkatora garden and many other gardens in Delhi also, even in Punjab. And this is about a 2 meter tall shrub which leaves are never shed, and leaves are also beautiful, having spoon shaped or musical instrument lyre shaped leaves, fiddle shaped leaves which are never shed. So even in absence of flowers it is looking graceful, but it also flowers, and flowers are available almost throughout the year. Plumeria pudica also has the white flowers. The wood of the plumeria is also used for making the statues of Buddhas because of its that peculiar feature of having the fragrance and then having that resilience and longevity. So this is sacred to Buddhist faith, and mostly Buddhist statues are also prepared out of its wood, especially in Southeast Asia. Even in Vietnam, the flowers of some plumerias are also eaten. They are thought of as edible. The latex is also useful in the treatment of skin ailments. It is mildly toxic, but it is used in the treatment of skin troubles, especially the eczema, and even to treat the inflammation. So it is anti-inflammatory also, even used as used to treat the skin this digestive problems. So as per Ayurveda also, its fragrance is used under aromatherapy. So its fragrance is also soothing. It tranquils the mind. It helps in sleep. So it can treat the insomnia. So this is very useful even for treatment of depression, anxiety. So this is a medicinal plant as well as sacred plant, as well as rich culture is associated with the tree, and this is very easy to propagate. You can get the cuttings and down plant immediately, keep them in semi-shade for 2-3 days, and after that, so that let its latex dry on its own. Latex is basically acting as antiseptic for the tree. It helps tree plant from the, if somebody plucks it, any branch or tree or leaf or whatever, so it helps the plant in surviving, not getting any infection from other pathogens. But in during multiplication, we can take the cutting and keep it as such 2-3 days and then put it in the soil. So after about 2 months, you will get the established sapling which can be further propagated and planted. So its latex is bit dangerous. It should not affect your eyes or skin. So whenever you have to work with the plumeria, need to put gloves and also keep care of for the eyes. It should not fall on your eyes. This particular plumeria has the champa-like fragrance, and in India mostly this is also distilled flower of plumeria, Kshir champa. They are distilled with the fragrance of Centralum album, chandan. So whatever incenses we find in the market, mostly they have the essence or essential oils, that fragrance, perfume, even of the temple tree, plumeria tree. It can be Plumeria alba, it can be Plumeria rubra, or it can be Plumeria obtusa. We have about 10-12 species under frangipani, but if we talk about its hybridization possibilities, they are immense. Plumeria is radially intercrosses, and hybrids are produced even by the gardeners. So there is a Plumeria society also in America, and even the Plumeria gardening is very familiar, and there are reported about 368 varieties, cultivars. So there is lot of variation of colors, variation of leaves, even variation of its height, and this is easy to care and propagate, and it fills your ambience, surroundings with the maddening fragrance during evening hours, and it also supports the life of sphinx moth, especially Pseudo sphinx tetrio. This is also related with the monarch butterflies, and this particular plant bears the follicles, dry follicles, and even they are eaten by some wild creatures.